Hi and welcome to today's press up. What we're going to do today is carry on looking through the settings. So yesterday we managed to look at the general settings and we looked at the customizer briefly. So I'm going to just carry on going down this list of settings, which is a great thing to do when you first set up a site. So writing settings, we've got a few things like we can convert smiley faces into actual graphics. There's some technical thing about converting correctly nested XHTML automatically, which if you don't know what that means, ignore it. And as a general rule, if you don't understand what an option means, then probably best to just leave it as it is set up when you installed WordPress. There's a default post category, so once you start adding categories, let's say you add a news category, then you can actually set that as the default category for new posts that you create. And there's a thing called post formats, which I tend not to use, but you can also set a default post format if you know what that is. There's the press this bookmarklet, which I would suggest ignoring. That's currently under development. There's going to be a much nicer press this function coming in the next release of WordPress, so I'd ignore that. I would also ignore this post via email system. Sounds like a good idea, but it just doesn't work very well, and there are plugins which do that much better. So I would leave that for now, and if you really want to do post via email, check out some of the other options and plugins for doing that. And there's this update services, which is just some places that you can tell that you've posted new posts, and that all happens automatically. Probably, if anything, you want to remove this rather than add to it. But again, only update it if you know what you're doing. So we haven't changed anything there. We're not going to click Save Changes. We're going to go straight to the Reading tab. And because this first setting is quite complicated, I'm going to start at the bottom and work up. So at the bottom is Search Engine Visibility. We can discourage search engines from indexing this site. And what this means is if you've got a site that you don't want to appear in Google or Bing searches or on Yahoo, then you can tick this box and that will tell them not to add your site to their index of what's on the internet. And it says it's up to search engines to honor this request. The major search engines will honor that request, but it is totally up to the search engine to do that. We can change whether or not feeds. So feeds are, you might have heard of RSS. They're a way of presenting the latest content on your site. We can choose to display a full text of an article in our RSS feed or just a summary. We can choose how many items appear in feeds. We can choose how many blog pages to show on something like the homepage of our site here. So I'm currently showing 10, but I've only got one. And then we come to front page displays. And let's talk through this. So on our homepage currently, we see the most recent posts. That's all great. But what we might want to do is we might want to just have a page that talks about our business or about who we are. So what we can do is we can go and create a new page. And we'll just call that page home. And we'll say, welcome to my website. And we'll publish that. And we'll also, while we're here, we'll create a page called news, but we probably won't come and use this until tomorrow because we're going to run out of time. So we have a page called home and a page called news. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our reading settings and we're going to change our home page from displaying the latest posts to displaying a static page. So I can now choose from the list of pages here using this drop down. So I can set that to be my home page and I can set that to be my news page. And I don't want search engines to index this site, so that's fine. Let's save that. And then let's go back and refresh our home page. So we've got our list of posts currently. If I refresh the home page, now it says home, welcome to my website. So if you run a business, you can actually have a page of information about your business appear on the home, and you can tuck the blog posts away somewhere else. Now, where are those blog posts is a very good question, and one that I don't have time to cover today. We'll come back and look at something called permalinks tomorrow, which will help us understand how we can go and see our blog posts on our site now. Hope that was useful.